All right. Glass media in sand filters and cloudy water issues. Hello, pool guys and girl. I am having this exact same issue. I was wondering if you can assist me. I have a brand new sand filter utilizing bright line media glass. Ran the pool filter for 24/7 for a month, got rid of phosphate issues that I was having. Now all the chemicals in the pool are balanced. The clearest we got the pool is a little clear in the shallow part of the pool, but no visibility in the deep end. Do you think if I switched my current Brightline Media glass filter to Dr. Dryden glass media, it would make a substantial difference? Please advise, as I'm looking for some clarity, literally. Thanks, look forward to your response. Okay, so my first question is, how are you sanitizing this pool? Because if you are running a brand new sand filter with media in it 24/7, you have to be shocking that in order to clear up algae, dead algae. Also, what are the other chemicals? Because pH and alkalinity out of line, anything out of line, but especially those, will contribute to cloudy water. High pH causes cloudy water. So what method of sanitizing and what are your other levels? And then what other advice would we have as it pertains to the filter itself? I don't think switching media will be it.
I don't think switching media is going to make any difference. My question would be, did you use a coarse and then a fine? Did you do it in the proper amounts? Because there are typically in each system, there are two different types of media that you put in, and how much of each of them did you put in. And if you mess with that formula, it can certainly cause some problems. The other thing would be water clarifiers. Have you used a clarifier, a coagulant, a coagulating agent that would lump anything in the water into large enough removable pieces? Because sand, glass, has a pretty good micron level of filtration down to a pretty small micron. So if anything's getting through there and flowing back through the pool, it's likely this needs to be clumped together and taken out. The manufacturer of the media, to me, probably isn't enough of a, ooh, let's get rid of this and try this.
Right.
I do hope, though, on the front side, the other thing is that you followed their procedure of when you add it, you first start it up, you backwash it, you shut it off, you rinse it, you shut it off, you backwash it again. There's a process. Typically in a sand filter, you throw the sand in there, turn it on, backwash it real quick, you're done. This is very different. It's like a 3-step backwashing process typically. And if you did that, then it's not in the filter, unless there's a problem in the filter itself, where you have again, was this a new filter? They mentioned whether it's a new filter.
Brand new.
Okay, so this was a brand new filter. One of the things that you're supposed to do when you get a new filter is to inspect the fingers in the filter. So whenever we go and install a new filter, we set it in place and we do not make the assumption that everything is fine. You have to reach your hand down inside the filter and make sure that each of those fingers that stick out of the bottom of that thing are snugged up properly, aren't cracked, aren't broken off, aren't whatever.
We've also had a filter come out of the box plumbed backwards.
We have.
Yeah.
So that could potentially be an issue as well, is that if those fingers were not tightened and if they were loose, you're just releasing that debris back through. They're not going through the slits in the filter, the fingers anymore. Now they're going back through the threads, and that's just reintroducing debris back into the pool. So I would suggest that you look at all of the process that you did and make sure, first off, that you did all of that. And then after that, I would start working on, as water chemistry is fine, then work on the water clarity issue. Could potentially be a water clarifier.
So total dissolved solids are also something that comes to mind. If water is so saturated with things that it can't hold any more things, you have to swap out some of your water. So that would be if the total dissolved solid level is too high.
And that's something you could take to a local pool store and have
They
them.
could give you a number.
They could test the it's called TDSs.
Yeah,
total
most
dissolved solids.
people can't measure for that at home with a home test.
No, that's
right. The other thing, just if I had a brand new filter and I had water that I needed to clear up and get water clarity and I put new media in it, 1 week, and it should be pristine.
Should be crystal clear.
Even sooner than that, but depending on what's going on with it to start with, hard to say. But yeah, no longer than a week at the most would I expect it to be.
As long as,
Super.
you're making a few assumptions here too though, as long as the filter is large enough,
True.
it's sized properly to the pool, plumbed properly with the pool, has the right amount of flow. There's a lot of other factors that could come into place,
That is true.
but most filters and things are kind of plug and play. Do this, do that, and it should be fine. But I certainly have seen undersized filters, undersized plumbing is number one in our industry, is
Yeah.
people undersize the plumbing. Although, over a course of a month, you should at least be able to get water clarity in the process.
Right.
So
Well, if you'd
we've
like,
thrown a whole kinds of stuff at you there.
if
And maybe
you would like to send some photos of your pool and of the pool equipment, along with a couple of your recent water tests, hopefully you've been getting it tested at the pool store, we'd be happy to take an additional look because, well, we're kind of
Who
pool
knows?
geeks
Yeah.
over here. So
good luck.
there you go. Hope it helps.